officially, we are live. Yep. And so we're live. The stream is starting. So tonight on Cop Blast Podcast, we're doing a special live in-person green screen, like a green screen sort of. We're just playing around with it, so
people with technology, woo!
As you can see, it's not perfected, but hopefully you guys will forgive us on that. So tonight, I'm Scott Marshall.
I'm Matt Taylor.
I'm Bill Godin.
And this is Cop Blast Podcast. And if we're having any sort of issues, you guys can let us know in the chat. It looks like it may be a little choppy, so
don't hate us.
So don't hate us if it doesn't look super awesome, great.
And if you do hate us, it's probably because you hate us.
Yeah. We're using a different we're using a different computer system tonight. And looking like this program is using a lot of processing power to try to put this out.
But enough of us making excuses for us, trying to have some fun here tonight. Let's get on.
Let me speak myself.
No, you.
Yeah.
Speak to
enough excuses. So before we started, we started to get into the reason for Donald Trump's success. So we put the brakes on that, so we could kind of have something to talk about on here. I personally think that Donald Trump mastered the media game. He's figured out that he can say some outrageous stuff, and then some stuff that certain people might identify with, and then when the media comes out, look what he said. He can play the game of, look what they're saying about me. They're so against me. I think without the media, Donald Trump would be a candidate at all. They keep putting his face on the TV. I mean, he'd be
just the fact that exposure. The more exposure you get, the more views you get. Even if it's negative, any publicity at all is positive.
I mean, we got a really solid the whole Miley Cyrus thing years ago. I mean, the more outrageous stuff she did, the more stuff people were like, come on, Hannah Montana. The bigger she got.
You went from Trump to Hannah.
Yeah, that was a good jump. But I see where he's going with this because I mean, when you look at it in that aspect, both of those people were very used to seeing on TV as a certain thing. Donald Trump, we were used to seeing him on TV as this asshole who runs a show, fires people, comes on, says some crazy shit about Miss America, stuff like that. So when you turn around and you elevate that level where people are now forced to pay attention because he's running for something pretty important, it turns around and it gives the media a reason to light a fire, whether it's positive or negative. And the more the fire that's stoked, the more people are going to pay attention to it. Some people are sheeple and they're gonna listen to it instantaneously. I'm behind that. Not really understand any of what this man's actually about. Because 90% of the people that are voting for Trump walk up to him and ask him a question like, What's Donald Trump's economic plan, foreign and domestic, and people are gonna just freak.
Well, and they should freeze and have no clue because most of us we've been into it. We barely have a clue. I mean, I don't think he has much of a clue.
Well, I know tonight he turned around. He actually did in Michigan have a speech that he did. And it was his economic plan. And sure enough, things that he's really focusing on is things like the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Because although Hillary Clinton in the past has come in and said that this is something that she does not agree with, and whatnot, Donald Trump said he'd go further, that he wants to renegotiate the entire deal. And if things aren't met, he's willing to walk away from the table on this. And one of the things that he says about himself is that, and that we all know, he's self-funded his campaign. So you don't have super delegates or super PACs and whatnot paying for his words and what he's saying. So if he's going to stand up and say something stupid like, I want to build a wall, he can stand up and say something stupid like I want to build a wall. If he wants to stand up and say something like the Trans-Pacific Partnership is retarded and we should go against it, he can say that because
there's no just block him from saying it.
Exactly.
I think that's where he kind of resonates with some people too, where he doesn't have that filter, and people know that. He doesn't have the filter saying, listen, don't say that. And he can say what he wants. And even though we may not agree with it, the fact that some of us could, wow, I can't believe he said that, because you're not going to see Hillary say it, you're not going to see Romney say it, or anybody else say that. You have a guy who he's funding himself. He can say what he wants.
Has there been like some people that are vastly more wealthy than Donald Trump get up and say like if he's going to run this country anyway, then the way that he runs his business, like we're all screwed? They say he's not even a good businessman.
Well, I know 50 GOPs just stood up in the last week and basically wrote a scathing letter saying that he would be the most disastrous president in the U.S. history because he doesn't hold himself accountable for his business practices and stuff like that. And if he can't even do it in business, how is he going to do it on a global scale when his decisions affect more than just people's jobs?
It is kind of funny how a lot of people, a lot of common working people, seem to think that because he's such a good businessman, which might be a myth.
I would say it definitely is.
That's why they're going to vote for him. You know, he's such a good businessman. Let's let him run the country like a business. I mean, I've heard people say that. It's kind of funny to a point when they're not looking at anything into what he's talking about.
Yeah, and the thing is, people are saying that he's a good businessman, so he's going to run our country. Like that's not you. Okay, that's like you saying that you're going to go to your dentist because you have back pain. And your dentist does a really good job on your teeth. So you know why would good job on your back pain? It's like that's not how this works. It's like just because he's you know adequate one aspect of this vast this. Being president is a huge responsibility, and just the economy is one sliver of a spectrum of things that he has.
A big sliver.
Yeah, a pretty big sliver. But in the bad, when it comes to us as Americans, economy is really up there. It's that way with most. But I would say with America, there's more of a we have to be superpower that makes money. We have to be prosperous. We have to put out this image across the world that we are the prevailing,
But realistically, that image went by the wayside.
I mean, if you watched any of that, if you watched anything in the DNC though, you would see that they really want to keep that image alive. Joe Biden, we need to show the rest of the world that we own the finish line.
Joe Biden, they're up there and you're having your aneurysm on
national television because he was allowed for once in a while.
So he's like, oh my God, they're giving me a chance. He's like, this is why I gave Rock that friendship.
I love those things online where they take pictures of Brock, but they would have Joe just being with Brock's like.
Even the Saturday Night Live, that was the best.
The Funnier Die does those. They're really good.
Yeah. But no, like. Trump is such an enigma. And the reason why I say that is because any other aspect, if we took any other person, let's reduce this down to let's go from being president of the United States, just say classroom president. You have two kids, you got one person who gets great grades, does what they're supposed to be doing and all that, and you've got another kid who stands up, does what he wants, what he says. And everybody's friend, but at the end of the day, this guy has no idea what it is to be a role model or a leader. And then nobody in their right mind sits there and say, well, the kid that gets suspended all the time, the kid who can't keep his mouth shut about things, the kid who's always swearing and getting in trouble, he's probably not going to be the best one to go about it. And you know what? Like at that level of classroom or even something smaller, that people really take that into effect. But now you turn around and you have Donald Trump, who is known for this and speaking his mind, and suddenly everybody's okay with him coming up and saying some of the most absurd, racist shit I have heard come out of.
I think that's part of his strategy. President campaign. I'd say that's part of his strategy. He goes up there and says some outrageous shit. And then he waits for the media to call him on it. And then he turns around and says, look at what they're doing to me. I'm just up here just saying what I believe. And look at how they treat me. When he needs them to do that. He needs that. It's a necessity for his campaign.
So then you almost have to wonder, is that a strategy? Is that his real thought? Or is it actual? Right? Is it a manipulation on his part? Is he
like how much
is he a manipulator?
How much is it is an accident, and how much is it is just he knows exactly what he's doing. And the thing is, I could see it both ways.
And if he's that smart, well, I'm scared. I mean.
I know at one point me and Scott had a conversation and we said, what if Donald Trump really did come into this as a joke, but he's got too much pride to actually step down and say that he was a failure at the beginning? Because honestly, at the beginning, it really wasn't going great for Donald Trump. And then that shifted. But at the beginning, I really feel like he did it almost as a joke and everybody saw it as one. And then
he started with his, fuck it, let's say it, say it, let's see what happens. I think he got
scared and didn't know how to shut it down, so he was like, okay, let's just go out there and start saying some really outrageous stuff. And that'll tank it for me. So then I just have to bow out because my numbers aren't there, not because I don't know what I'm doing. And it had the opposite effect, because nobody had seen somebody step up, say they wanted to be president, and then follow with the most absurd rhetoric you've heard in a long time. So, I mean, honestly, I believe that I feel like there's a chance that he stepped into this whole thing not really taking it seriously and now has no idea how to get out of it. And he's a man way in over his head.
Well, I mean, look at the 2012 election. I mean, he started the same way. Yeah. The numbers went down. He bowed out. Can't run. And I think we're at a place in this country right now where his absurd just resonates with people. Well, it's just a matter of being not the establishment. I think anybody, and I really do mean this. Anybody who's not with the establishment could pull the numbers that he pulls with less explosive rhetoric. I really do.
Where are you,
Kokesh? Now, my thing is, I saw this online, so not my original thought. But Donald Trump almost it's almost like he's inevitable to win. Like he has to win because we have this history of every time we make a little bit of progress, there's a little bit of blowback. Each time when we started progress in the 80s, there was like a little bit of resurgence of segregation and stuff. We're trying to bring back, and then we obviously move forward. But I think Trump is just another symptom of that. We've had Obama. We've had this whole like PC culture just move in, and this whole this whole spotlight on racism. And this whole spotlight on feminism and with gay people and just we're forcing so many people that were so conservative, so repressed for so long. We're now forcing them to wisen up and be like, this is how the world is now. You're gonna have to deal with it. And then some guy comes along and starts shouting like, look at what Obama did to this country, and all these people are like, yeah, look at this. Like what's going on? And I think it's just a symptom of that, a symptom of the last of the baby boomer generation just trying their hardest to just
hold on to that core value almost.
Yeah.
You know something that I don't understand is we all remember 2015 where honestly everybody was offended by anything. And I mean anything. You throw up the stupidest little thing and people are offended to the ends of the earth. Then we travel to 2016, and that whole thing flip-flopped. Now somebody's standing out there, saying exactly the kind of stuff that would piss people off last year, and everybody's just like, yeah.
Well, I mean, still have this half and half, like half the people who were originally like, yeah, or they're half the people that originally were pissed off about PC stuff, they still are. But then these other people. Now we have somebody who's coming out and they're presidential candidate. They're in the spotlight. They're like, we want this guy to lead us. And he comes out just spout mouth in everything that he can think of. And people are just,
I think his ability to offend people, it went by the wayside in 2016, like you said. And you have that last person who, their last gasp of normalcy. They know the establishment is PC. They know the establishment is for social progression. And I'm okay to that too. I mean, I don't want anybody changing. I'm not anti-gay, anti-lesbian, anti-black, or anything like that. But I don't need the PC forced down my throat. That's what I feel like the Obama administration, and I'm sure it's not the president, okay? The president doesn't go, oh, well, long guys, you be PC now. No, it's the establishment kind of forcing it down your throat, where I'm not going to act a certain way against, somebody because of their sexual orientation or the color of their skin, but on the other hand, I don't want you telling me how to act.
Right.
Yeah, and you kind of do see it from the Obama family, the sort of push towards this progression, and a lot of people don't like it. Like Michelle Obama with her whole, the food pyramid thing, and just the plate now, and all this, and the war against fat kids or whatever.
That's what it should be called.
The war against fat kids. I mean, there's a lot of fat kids that are, Republican, and a lot of Southern fat kids, and a lot of their Southern fat people, and they're
they would have been offended by that.
Trust me, there's still that. They just don't know.
We don't have to pretend that there's not fat people in the world. They're nice people, most of them. It's just they shouldn't be offended by somebody saying fat if they're not pointing at them. But anyhow,
you digress.
But you see this whole like they're really trying to dig in, like with the whole Trayvon Martin thing. Obama came out and he made this speech, and a lot he was really criticized for that. He really wanted to try to inject some social influence, some sort of like fatherly advice to the country. Like this is how I see it. All these people like he shouldn't even be getting involved. And it's like
and in 1780, when George was president, I would see him. Granted, the slavery issue, but I would see him doing the same thing, kind of almost attempting to be the father of the country.
Founding fathers.
Where you have Obama and have a lot of population now. Their focus is on the economy. Let's get our soldiers out of Iraq. They don't think the president should be sitting there going, no, this is not right, guys. We cut down the race. They don't see that as being the president's job. Now, whether or not it is, I can't even tell you. The president makes up his own social issues as he wants.
I mean, really, what is the job description? He's got to be the leader of the country. I think true. Yeah, but if the president is going to be, if we're going to call him the leader of the free world, then why shouldn't he also try to lead some of the social issues? I mean, and I think that's just Republicans and GOP, and I hate to just blanket just say, oh, Republicans do that, Democrats do that, because I know they both intermingle. They're two sides of the same coin.
Absolutely.
But one side just happens to be a little different than the other. They're definitely the same coin, just two different sides. And Republicans, I feel like, especially coming from like a southern, red state, people just don't like change, and they don't like being told what's right and what's wrong.
I see the Democratic Party has a stigma being a social party for social issues. But back in 2000, George Bush, he ran on being a president of education. Biggest social issue I can think of. The guy ran and was elected because of it.
It's so ironic that they didn't really think about it, though. Their child left behind. Like, Steve really wants to make sure you guys get educated well, because he's a dumbass, but made it be president.
The No Child Left Behind, that is a really interesting thing. Because if I remember correctly, I'm not very versed on the subject, but I'm pretty sure that's where this I probably was left behind. But I'm pretty sure that's where all this like standardized testing and all this absurd
it's where it got its start.
Yeah, where we had this big focus on testing, making sure the kids know. And I think that
was based on funding too.
Yeah,
we're gonna fund you if you can pass these tests.
Yeah.
Which when you start talking about the national education, and the NEA, that's just the most absurd thing I've ever seen. A national organization or a national branch of the government telling you how to run education.
Yeah, and that's really dangerous. I think to send your kids to a school where they learn everything that they know their majority of their contact of the day is dealing with this government facility. I think it's really dangerous that we send our kids there to learn how to interact with the world, and you're basically
it's a standardized world.
Oh yeah, and you're letting the government mold your children the children that they want them to be.
On top of the fact, who's the curriculum?
Well, here's even more frustrating about the whole thing. Right, this system is set up on the fact that there's not one kid in the room who goes, "Hey, Billy says all the answers are C." And somebody listen, because you have a bunch of dumbasses who don't want to pay attention. Decide, you know what? C, I fill them all out. I'm bound to at least get most.
I'm making a chip in there.
Yeah. I mean, doing some zigzags, done real quick, and next thing you know, that school's losing funding. Not because the kids are dumb, but because you put a test in front of them. They don't want to pay attention. Want to get it over with. Maybe want to go to recess because that's back because they have kids, or just want to go back to their actual class with the older kids. And next thing you know, this is losing funding, not because teachers aren't educating them, but because these kids don't care to take yet another freaking test to appease a state that they aren't going to see any proper or good side effects from.
What would the side effects come out of it?
Right.
We send these kids home with hours and hours for homework. So when they get out of school, they immediately have to go home and do more school. They don't have time to be a kid to experience. I mean, there are some kids that have so they can get out and their parents. But if you're a kid that if you live in a single parent household. You go to school, you come home, you do your homework, and your parents either working during that time or too tired to interact with you. So all you're getting is school and home, and all you're learning is that knowledge comes from authority, that you either conform or you get in trouble, and I'm missing a couple of these other ones, but you learn how to tuck your head down and learn that if you try to speak out or you try to have different ideas, then you're wrong and you're probably going to get in trouble. I mean, we're not teaching children how to think. We're teaching them what to think. And I think that's a really big issue, especially with them jamming this curriculum down. Like every day, these teachers have got to try to cram another section in your kid's head and
well, here's the other side of the coin. Okay? Say the teacher isn't able to cram all that information in their head, but now they have standardized tests that they, instead of teaching what these kids need to learn, they don't teach them knowledge, they teach them for these tests. And if they don't score high enough, then not only does the school lose funding, but then also the teacher's salary is directly affected at the end of the day when they renegotiate their employment contracts, or even most of the time in their employment contracts, it comes down to saying that a certain amount of their percentage of their actual gross income throughout the year is affected by the outcome of these tests. So then you have these teachers who, although they might have the ambition to start teaching them something that's outside of the curriculum that is for these standardized tests and really think that the child should learn this, they're stuck roping that back in and making sure they go right down the narrow pathway to make sure that these tests are done properly, so then they can get the funding just to continue, the cycle in the fuck barrel. Because that's what it is. The education system is a giant fuck barrel that's not getting any better.
And I came to learn this thing. It was an interesting sort of theory. Is back in the day they used to have flea circuses where they would train fleas, and a lot of people used to wonder how you train the fleas. Well, basically it was pretty easy. You put the fleas into a jar. And you leave the jar off, and all the fleas try to fly out their own way, and they all have their own flea agenda. They're all doing whatever they want to do because they're free to do it. But you take that jar and you put the lid on it, and you come back an hour later, and all the fleas are now obedient. Because the fleas, after trying to jump out of the jar enough times that they hit their head on the lid, that they finally decided that they couldn't get away, and trying to get out was just going to hurt them more. So they calm down and form, and then they take them out, and some fleas will move in a straight line. Okay, you guys will pull the chariot. Some fleas go in a little circle. It's okay. We'll give you the little dancing people, and they separate them out according to what they can do. Now, if you were to take this and apply it to schools, you put a bunch of rowdy kids in there. The kids ask questions. They have their own thought processes. They're going a million miles a minute, and they're just trying to absorb information, but they're going their own separate way because they have their own separate agenda. Well, each time that they pop up and they say something that's not conforming, they do something, they get swatted down, hit on the head, not literally, but metaphorically, they get, and they do this enough throughout your formative years. Say, form, you don't wear your hat in school, you don't gum, you don't wear not those pants, not this, don't talk here, and enough of that squatting down, you become this little calm flea that they can then separate out and say, okay, you're good at working on cars. You're good at doing this. Instead of allowing people to just bloom their own colorful people, putting them in a machine that makes them into the parts of society that we need. And that's really, I think where we're really failing. As that is the root cause of our current situation. We've got a bunch of stupid people that walk around like if you ask them, anything coherent, like how do you fill out a 1099 form? Like I don't know. What's the powerhouse of the cell? Mitochondria. What's the Pythagorean theorem? A squared plus B squared equals C squared. I mean, most people can answer these trivial questions. But you ask them something that's really important pertaining to life, like how does the Federal Reserve work? Like people are just I don't know, man. It's just what's the Federal Reserve? Yeah, exactly. Like government agency. Like it's just we're teaching all these kids the wrong stuff because to have free thinking, self-motivated, really enlightened people is not good for a government. They
can't control free thinking, self-motivated people.
Yeah.
No government can.
Yeah. And which is why the entire workforce and almost every job you have has been, compartmentalized. So nobody's doing the full job because they don't want people educated to do the full thing. That's why when you go to somewhere even as small as McDonald's, not calling it the corporation but just a place, McDonald's, you don't have one person making the whole thing. You've got, somebody who puts the cheese on, somebody who puts the bun inside the toaster, somebody who then at the end puts the meat on, all that stuff, because that's the way they want the system to work. They want one guy doing one part, one guy doing another, and if somebody's able to do the whole thing, that moves them up to the next bracket. And enough people move up to the next bracket where they're able to do enough, then that has a revolution that starts, because and I'm saying this at the point of not just people who flip burgers, but at any different level. Even if you have somebody who is good with cars, okay, so they're great with cars, but how are they with money? Can they run their own business? No, so they got to work for somebody who is able to do that part. But if you are educating people not only how to do a trade, but then also how to run a business, how to handle finances, how to cover checkbooks, stuff like that, you'll have enough people who are educated to do a full job and to actually not rely on other people to keep themselves employed and actually have a growing economy and a growing market. But the way that we've set everything up, we've compartmentalized everything to the point to where, as a country, it's all fucking micromanaged, all the way down to just the human experience.
It's micromanaged. Throughout the years, you're separated in school. You're going to college prep, or you're going to do trades. Okay. Whatever happened to learning geometry? But hey, balance and checkbook. I mean, I didn't even learn about in my 20s. I mean, I'm really good with money now. But that was great to learn when I was 15. There was also, but you know what? My wife, who has a business degree, she didn't necessarily take college prep because she was kind of pigeonholed into smartest woman I know. Yep. Okay, it makes no sense to say, okay, gotta be good at this, you can't be good at that. That's not realistic. Well, I know people who are very good at a lot of different things.
Yep. Well, and to go back to what you were saying earlier, now we're kind of take us on a different. But like you said,
I want to see if we go down the police circus route. I still don't think that's how police. I don't know. I think they police if they're there and everything's motorized. You just assume that those police.
I don't know.
They made back in the 30s, 40s. Yeah, motorized stuff and everything. Electronics and little bits.
Yeah, I don't know. But I like your story. Firing to your story.
But like what you're saying, that they don't want the free thinkers, and I mean, wouldn't that kind of be a reason why they want to keep psychedelic drugs illegal? Like drugs that aren't necessarily dangerous to anybody. I mean, could make you do some stuff. But with psychedelic drugs, they really cause you to really analyze the world around you in a way. They analyze these things in a different way than you. And like you've never had any sort of experience like this, so it's kind of hard to convey that. But psychedelic, when you do a psychedelic drug, it really causes you to be super introspective, and it really causes you to examine every little bit. And if you say you do mushrooms, and you've got something like a monkey on your back or a skeleton in your closet that you've been pushing away and pushing out of your mind, it'll come and stare you right in the face, and you'll be forced to deal with it.
There have been through the years lots of visionaries who have done psychedelic drugs and been very successful. Steve Jobs comes to mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Guy with a total ass. He did what he did. Brilliant mind. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Several psychotherapists, a psychiatrist. They all did it.
Didn't Albert Einstein?
I believe he was on acid or some version of it. I mean, these guys are brilliant. But I think most of those psychedelic drugs, any drugs, you're given a stigma. Okay, drugs are bad. Okay, don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. You're not gonna get anywhere. Okay, so you're given that stigma by the people in charge. Okay, because let's say it would positively affect you. They can't take that chance.
Yeah,
there's absolutely no way.
And that's why that they did such a crackdown on the hippies in the '60s. It's because you had a lot of people that were hitting the reset button and hitting it all the time and constantly reevaluating the society around them.
There was a lot of unrest too. And when you talk, I think that's a huge motivating factor. It's not even holding the people down per se. It's You know what?
Keeping the status quo.
Right. Let's not quite destroy the planet.
Let's not make ripples. People were happy with how it is, and they saw the ripples coming, and they said, we have to stop this.
Too many people were waking up.
Yeah, too many people were coming to and saying, what, a fucking job? Like, what are you talking about, a job? Did we grow enough food? A job? What? Like, there were enough people that were waking up and, reconsidering what we call society and what we call life, and government was freaking out. They didn't know what to do.
Yeah, those are those same people.
Yeah, exactly. But they got their wings put into a machine, a very powerful machine. You can't operate like it does today because the internet. The very powerful machine that they were put into was a barrage of propaganda and media. Because back in the day, you got your information from one of three sources. You got your information from television, the nightly news, the newspaper, or the radio, and
all media controlled outlets, of course.
Yeah. So what they did was they started a barrage of different campaigns to sort of demonize this behavior, and make people think that the way that they were acting wrong, that they need to save the future generation from making the same mistakes they did. When they weren't really mistakes. They were on the right path. Somebody stepped in.
I would actually caution you there with the right. They were on a different.
Well,
we don't know if it was right.
We don't know if it was right.
It was different. It was definitely different.
I would say it's for me that path would have been preferable what we have today. I would say that it was a more preferable path. There were two. It just goes back to fear. People had a fear of the unknown. People were afraid of what was going to happen because people look at what they have now and they say, well, I'm comfortable. Why do I want to change things?
And there's something to be said being comfortable with the status quo. There is. I like where I'm at, and it's not. I don't prefer to change it. But I sure don't want to say let's limit me to this. But I'm comfortable, and the status quo is it's preferable to the lesser outcome.
I see the status quo of the American government right now as one of deception, manipulation, and greed. And I see it on the precipice of being of some of the. I know you watched the show last night, and I watched it earlier today, and they brought up an amazing point, and that is the fact that right now print journalism is starting to very quickly decline in today's society because of the internet.
Sure.
And the more and more that happens, the revenue, the need to find a way to actually get people to engage and find the revenue is going to go more toward what people will click as opposed to the actual stories that need to get out there. So instead, if you have a story coming to an online source and it is a choice between something, let's say Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, which might instantaneously guarantee them a million hits, or something about the water in Flint, Michigan. Well, people are going to look at it like, I don't fucking live in Flint, Michigan. But Kim and Kanye, yeah. And the more that happens, the more those stories that normally would have gotten out there by print media is now going to the wayside because people are more interested in clickbait. And I mean, look at.
That's also a marketing thing too, as far as the internet. I mean, they'll put the Kim and Kanye. What's the name of their new child?
Oh yeah.
And you'll see that. Then you'll see is the water in Flint bad?
Well, yeah. I saw actually a really good example of that. Somebody took a picture of the television. It was talking about was Beyonce's new album received well. And then underneath it said in small print, 50 people in Afghanistan killed, and it's like,
how does that get the small print?
Yeah, like, why are we paying so much attention? And I feel like that's also a part of the cog in the machine to dangle the keys in front of you and say, look.
Well, even stuff you want to read about, and I mean, even some of the bigger sites are starting to switch to this, where You'll get 5% of the story with all their advertisements around it, then you gotta click. You gotta go to the next page, so a new advertisement's load up, so you gotta click, more advertisements load up. It just keeps happening. Next thing you know, you read something that may have only been 6 paragraphs long, but it took you 22 clicks to get to the end of it. Nobody cares that much.
Right.
Nobody cares that much. Like, even something that I clicked on because I was like, wow, this is something I care about, halfway through, I'm like, I don't got time for this.
Yeah, sometimes there's a few of the news sites that I used to really go to read a lot of their stuff. Now I won't even go on their website, click on it, and you get three words into the story, and the big thing pops up. It says, Walmart's got a gift card. Click now. And you go to exit out. Are you sure you want to exit out? Gift card. Just click OK, and we'll give it to you. It's like
no, stop forcing yourself out.
I just wanted to read this thing, and
then you go to another site where it has news stories, but they are so biased one way or the other.
It's called sponsored content, native advertising, lately I've been seeing a lot of stories that the morning calling every time there's a motorcycle accident, they run the story, and some tells me that they might be in sort of some with the. It's a long shot. What keep them from being in cahoots with the motorcycle helmet manufacturer. They're having all these stories about people crashing their motorcycles, and with Pennsylvania being a state where you don't have to wear a helmet. There's a lot of they want people to read it, so their wives go, wow, somebody else got hurt today on a motorcycle. You should really consider wearing a helmet. Fine, go down to the store, buy one more. Or even take that one step further and try to get that law passed. Yeah. Maybe it's government or even a smaller government push toward native advertising.
Well, yeah, because you turn around and you've got somebody and they're like, okay, well, I'm running on this ticket, and it's something that I want to do, but this is something that I don't really feel like I want to really go up there and stand in front of people and speak about. Why would you turn around and go into something like print media to just be like, listen, every time this happens, I need you to print out. So when I turn around next year and decide that I want to turn this into something, enough people have seen it over and over again to go, well, yeah, this has got to be a real problem.
I mean, I see it. You sat right here and said that. And you know there's a local politician who's smart enough to say, listen, I've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
I'm sure there has been.
Oh yeah. So that when the law comes around, the people automatically think that it's their idea. Some politician, when they secretly planning it into their head the whole time. That's what I think is going on with the whole gun control thing right now. Is anytime that the media reports, like anytime anything happens with a gun, the news is there.
Well, not if they're white. It's gotta be really crazy if they're white.
Well, there was
white people shooting
I saw some statistics.
No, white people are shooting other. If it's white people shooting black people, something's gotta be wearing a badge. It's gotta be a white guy.
Right.
Otherwise, it's either gotta be a white guy shooting a white guy, and then like he was a little deranged and was having a bad day emotionally.
Yeah, but to make my point though, I saw some statistic recently that said that since the 80s. The police reporting on violent crime, or not the police, the media reporting on violent crime is up, like, some crazy number, like 110%, because the sensationalism.
Absolutely, it's just a sensationalist issue right there.
Yeah,
and it's gonna, wow, hold on, we gotta watch this story, we gotta click on this. Wow, I can't believe that happened. Well, to the point, you're not worried about a school losing funding. There.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. If you're tuning into something, I mean, the media a long time ago realized that even though that they are talking about real life issues, they are still a form of entertainment. So, if you're going to go on and you're going to talk about how the school board is doing this and it might cost some money and stuff like that, after a few minutes it's just going to sound like wah, 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 because nobody gives a shit about what's going on. It's infrastructure. Infrastructure is not sexy. But if you're turning around and you're talking about the fact that, you know, we have this military engagement going on, or, you know, you have the ability to talk about police violence or protest or rioting, well, shit, the stuff that might, you know, it might be a very small, secluded part of the country, and that's where they're going to focus in on and make it seem like such a massive issue. When realistically, there's going on in your own backyard that you should know about, but you're so concerned about putting out this agenda of you know, rolling the machine against the guns, and the war against guns and the NRA, and war against drugs, war against crime, war against terrorism. At the end of the day, by the time you get all that shit out there, you got about 5 minutes for a fluff piece, and then afterwards you realize that everything you actually wanted to know ran on a ticker at the bottom. Because they never get to the stuff.
And they use those buzzwords like war.
Oh yeah.
War.
And God,
it's like
they use the word for anything. War on poverty, war on drugs, class warfare. This country is all about war.
Absolutely.
It's like an obsession where our country is obsessed with war. And the thing is, anytime we go to war with anything, we end up making the problem worse.
That's true, but I mean, any war is going to have a side. The government's going to choose a side, and that side's going to make money.
Well, I think the war on drugs was manufactured, and I think the war on terror they used the war on drugs as a template. They said, okay, let's take a problem that we can make a lot of people afraid about, and then let's make that problem pretty much unsolvable. And even to the point where we're helping create a problem. And then we can advocate for as much resources as possible. Build this machine as big as we get it, so that we can have as much authority as possible. I feel like that's where this entire thing is going. And the Bush or whoever said, okay, well, we can take this domestic thing that we have and apply it globally. We can do anything we want.
And here's where I think the president is, like you said, a puppet. I don't think we have had a president intelligent enough or worldly enough that have an effect on it. I believe there are players behind the scenes saying, okay, here's what's going on, here's what we want, and they're being paid by these big companies. Any company that's anti-drug.
Yeah.
I mean, they're making
it just came out that company Publix that's buying up all the groceries. They donated $800,000 to the anti-marijuana law. They're trying to do some anti-marijuana thing to keep it from passing on the ballot. Come November. And it just came out that they've spent like $1.4 million or whatever expanding their pharmacies. And then you can start to connect the dots.
I mean, you look at marijuana. We had this discussion a few weeks ago. You look at marijuana, and in Colorado it's legal. I mean, they have shops and the works. I mean, making a little cash off this thing. Yet, do you know if you're under federal indictment in any way? The federal government can come in and say, listen, you have marijuana? Federal prison. See ya. In a state that is legal.
Well, they do. And see, the federal government can say, oh yeah, your state laws don't apply because we have federal law.
Right.
But then the state of Pennsylvania can pass a law that says, well, you have to give us your information at a checkpoint, and it overrides the Fourth Amendment, so that it overrides that federal law. So how the fuck does that work? Because if the state law can't override federal law, and federal law can't override state law, then we're just in this weird gray area
where
we're in this weird gray area where we're picking and choosing what we can do. It's almost like a Mobius strip. We're going around and around and around, and we're not being consistent with anything.
Well, but these guys, these are the same people who are creating these laws. They don't have to be consistent.
Well, yeah.
They're meant to keep you in line.
Yeah.
Okay. If they're consistent, there's a chance you might get out of line. You might become a free thinker. Yeah. You might become not part of the machine.
Well, and there's another side to it that most people don't know is the private prison industries. They have contracts with the state that the state agrees to keep their prison a certain percentage full. So if the state that these private prisons are in, there's a lot.
Oh yeah. We are. The United States leads the world in incarcerated.
Oh yeah. By the next three countries added up. Sorry. Don't even come close. The thing is, if we don't fulfill that part of our contract, they sue the state. For lots of money. And they do it. So
I think it's actually. I think, and they tried it in a few places now. I think you're about to privatize police forces.
I would
believe the prison.
Yeah.
Because then it becomes 100% business.
Yeah, conflict.
There was one in Montana. The American police force. These guys were patrolled by state troopers and sheriffs and such. And one day, some black Chevy Suburbans pop up to the American police force. Well, they run down the street. What is that? I mean, you just created a cash-driven monster, even worse than what we're dealing with.
Yeah. I mean, that right there is just taking oppression to a level. It really is. Now it's oppression for hire. It's exactly what it is. Oppression for hire. You need somebody, and it's gonna be worse because at least under the current regime and the way things are ran. It's broken, it's flawed, and it is an arm of extortion for the government, but it's an arm of extortion for the government as opposed to an arm of extortion for somebody who owns that company.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, a government is held most times to a little bit more accountability than the guy who can shut a company down.
The government has to at some point, even if it's a fallacy, answer to the people.
Yeah.
Okay. Where a business shareholder, maybe. Okay.
Well, I would say that the business ultimately has to answer to the people because the people vote with their dollar.
They do. They vote with their dollar. But in this case of oppression, it's dangerous. I mean, there's no downside. There's no downside. There's no check and balance at all. These guys are run the cops, they run the prisons, and they enforce the laws.
But are they only enforcing the laws in the United States, or are there also policies that they can just enforce because they decide as the people who are upholding the community in their eyes, are they able to then just add what they want to because they're not technically a source of the government. They are their own private business, technically kidnapping people off the street and putting them behind bars.
Now, thankfully, this incident, this Montana incident, that American police force, it's gone.
Good.
Okay, the prison's gone. It's not at all. Good. Okay, which is a good thing. I mean, thankfully. But I think it was a test. And I'm surprised more haven't popped up yet. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times too, the government really does like test things on small scale.
Absolutely.
I think that's what happened with smokers. They started taking freedoms away from smokers, and I think that was the real test. We'll take this small group of controlled people, and then we'll start to treat them like they're less from society. We'll make it so that they have to go outside. Businesses they can choose, but no, they have. We're forcing people to treat them like they're lesser, like they have to. And there's all the thing people don't like secondhand smoke, but I think like a lot of the smokers really spoke out and said, this is America, this is our freedoms, but ultimately went unheard. because there were a few people that went around and said, greater good. And I think the government was like, alright, and now we can...
But I think that was people in the government that said greater good. I think that was somebody driving that.
Well, yeah. And I mean, honestly, if you look at it at a real way, it was the ability to test yet another form of segregation. It was their ability to see if they could still find a way to enforce a segregation and see if they could have it work, and then it worked. Now they're doing it with the vaping community, too. The vaping community is under a massive threat right now in the sense of the way that they are just waging war against it.
I saw this thing, and actually it really surprised me. It was an article online by CNBC, and the CNBC basically they went completely against the FDA, and they said this is really messed up. Billions of people potentially could die because of government overreach, and I was like, wow, CNBC.
I wouldn't doubt at all that article is suppressed eventually.
Yeah, because
you don't want too many people reading that.
Yeah. And everybody can obviously see. Like, we're at this point where everybody can obviously see that this is the government stepping up and protecting Philip Morris and R.J. Reynolds and those other tobacco giants. Mm-hmm. They've made so much money for so long and so much tax revenue, and they have so many politicians in their pocket that once this vaping thing came to a head and like the tobacco companies really started panicking, like the FDA, they went to their buddies and they said, look, you guys got to do something. They said, we'll take care of it.
But you realize Pennsylvania is actually on the forefront of being the worst state to be somebody who is a vaping enthusiast in.
Yeah.
It started at the beginning of this month, the tax. Well, not only is there a tax that, okay, Scott, say that you vape, and you decide to go down to the vape store that's over on First Street. Okay, you walk in and you buy an oil, and you go home, and you're like, okay, everything's good. But the government comes in and decides to go ahead and check to see the books of purchases and looks and sees and go, oh, well, Scott Marshall here, who turned around and this exact oil, unfortunately didn't pay this 40% tax. Now this 40% tax comes in because whoever it is selling that oil imported their oil outside Pennsylvania. Therefore, somebody has to pay a 40% tax. It doesn't have to go onto the business. So if the business it goes to the person who bought it from the business, ever in ownership of it. If they can't collect the 40% on whatever you purchase, they immediately turn around and file a warrant. And that just passed. That just passed. That started on the first of this month. They're going so hard. That's actually why the shop on First Street they closed down, moved to Jersey. The shop that's over in the mall over here, they're closing down. They're moving to Jersey. Pennsylvania has taken such a stance against vaping. It's unprofitable.
You just have to think, how can they even pretend that it's the will of the people anymore? They're not. It's not even to cover it up anymore. At this time where it's just obvious that corporations and everything are running our lives. They make the decisions for us based on what makes them money. And everybody can see it. Nobody can do anything.
And ironic, you have Donald Trump to come full circle here. The guy has all these corporations, and he's becoming this mouthpiece, and people are supporting it.
Yeah.
He's only doing it for his interest. His interests are paramount to him. Yes. Okay. And if something comes up that's going to be for the greater good, it's going to hurt him. Like, where do you think he's going to land? Absolutely, he's never gone against himself. Not once. What would make you start to think people now? It's not even possible.
I mean, you can't come in, turn around, and try to be the voice and embodiment of the free world when at the end of the day you're looking at it as a business that you're willing to cut ties from the second things going your way. And honestly, I feel that would be what Trump would do if it was not going his way. You cut ties.
It's a business.
He cut ties and run and blame Congress. You know.
Right.
He loves to be the victim. He loves to say, I'm the victim of this. Look at what they're doing to me. Help me.
And I'm sorry, but there's just a part of me that's back and thinks like, do we really want somebody so wishy-washy, somebody who's so you know ready to play the victim card, being the person who is going to be our focal point, the person that we're going to send to other countries to talk to them on our behalf? I mean, could you imagine the conversation, what the conversation would be if you put like Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump in the same room?
Apparently they're fans of each other. I mean, but
one side says that.
Right, well,
one side says the other side's like, I can't fucking stand Donald Trump, and we'll vocalize that more than once. So now, granted, he is also, Vladimir Putin is also extremely, or has gone on record to make sure that it is known that he does not support either one of the candidates that we're trying to put in. And, I mean, wasn't Russia taking credit for these latest email leaks that happened? To Hillary?
I don't know if they're taking credit. They're more or less being blamed.
Okay. And you know what? I really wouldn't put it past Russia.
I wouldn't either. You know?
No.
They couldn't have possibly gotten Hillary's emails, but these DCC leaks.
Yeah.
Russia got them. They did that. But I think this is a good time to end on here.
Yeah, absolutely.
First, since we're in and we're going to do some plugs. This Wednesday night, I'd like for you guys to tune in to LRN.FM to check out Cock Radio with my co-host here, Matt Taylor. He's on it, and Severin Freeman. I believe you guys are having Philip Turner.
Yeah, the Tosa.
To talk about that crazy video where he pulled over that cop for speeding, and the cop immediately starts apologizing. The cop goes straight into defense mode, and it's so great. I think he was interviewed for Inside Edition.
Yep.
So
CNN actually picked up the story as well.
I mean, even I'm standing there. I was in Newark the last week, and I'm watching this on my phone in a hotel room. And like I was in the middle of something, and I just stopped. And I'm standing in the hotel bathroom watching this video for like however long. It was just like yes, like just it was just so good. And you guys, that's gonna be a great show. I can't wait to watch.
I can't wait for him to be there. So also on top of that, I want to talk to you about live streaming. I'm not going to focus in on a single program. I'm going to sit there and say, you want to find one. Give Bamboozer a try. Give Cell 411 a try. And honestly, if you really have to resort to it, in a pinch, use Facebook. But guys, I really want to warn you, Facebook, as we have seen from last week's events, Facebook is not something that can be relied on when it comes down to live streaming. All it takes is one negative report and that live stream is going to go down. So if it's in a pinch, you absolutely have to pull out Facebook, but honestly, and do a little bit of product investor or product related research. Take a look and see which one works best for you, and make sure that that's what you did, and make sure you get it on your phone, because you never want to be caught in a situation where later you say to yourself, man, I wish I had a camera.
Yeah, that Facebook, if you actually go and read in on Facebook's official website more about the live streaming, they go into detail about how they handle like the reporting. They have a lot of people on call to review these things, but the second one report comes in, they're so afraid of somebody doing some porno or something freaky on Facebook that one report will get your stream yanked like that. So one troll can go, yank, and get your stream taken down. So I don't recommend that at all. If anything, YouTube is supposedly coming out with a live streaming feature for mobile really soon. I know gaming, you can rig that up to make it screen capture your camera at. It's kind of a workaround, but you can stream directly as it is right now. It's just kind of funky. But yeah, also please head over to copblock.org/store. You can get all kinds of gear. You can get shirts like this. You can get shiny little badges that say that they don't grant extra rights. They got hats.
Honestly, head on over there and get some stuff. Our buddy Dio is over there. That's what he's doing. He's doing Top Block.
Got this awesome lapel pin. Copblock.org. Badges don't grant extra rights. Just Dio's the man. Head over there, support him, and do we have any other plugs? Well, this has been Cop Blast Podcast. I'm Scott Marshall.
I'm Matt Taylor. I'm Bill Godin. I want to say a special thanks to Bill for joining us tonight.
Yep, and hopefully we can do more of these in person, sort of fun, little green screen cast, sort of thing. So tune in next week. Thanks, guys.
Take it easy.
Stay up.